How do you receive the salvation, which I've just passed over, receive the salvation wrought by Jesus Christ on the cross and the resurrection? How do you receive it so that it's yours, so that there's no condemnation, though we have offended His glory every day of our lives? How do you receive that? And the answer in Romans is by faith alone. Faith. Like a little child. There was that moment of right after the biopsy comes back, doctor's sitting there. I mean, actually, he's on the telephone, but it was when he said, I think we need to do a biopsy. That moment, when this stab of fear comes, didn't last long, mercifully. And then came what? 1 Thessalonians 5, 9, and 10. It's just as pure gospel as you can get. He has not destined you for wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for you, so that whether you wake or sleep, you will live with Him. Settled. Peace like a river. We must know the supremacy of His power. We must know the supremacy of His purity. He never sinned. He never sinned. He never had 1 millisecond of a bad attitude or a sinful lust. We must know the supremacy of His trustworthiness. He never breaks a promise. He always keeps His word, absolutely without fail. We must know the supremacy of His justice. He will render all accounts settled in the end, in the universe, either on the cross or in hell. No injustice will remain when Christ is finished with His supreme justice. We must know the supremacy of His patience. He has endured you and me for decades. He has endured this city and brings the sun. Can you imagine why the sun rose on this city this morning, this wicked city, this world so full of us-type sinners, and He makes paradise rise in the sky in Minneapolis? What kind of patience are we dealing with here? We must know the supremacy of His servant-like sovereign obedience, kept every one of His Father's commands absolutely, and in the end embraced the cross with total willingness. We must know the supremacy of His meekness and lowliness and tenderness. Do you see that? Believing Him, receiving like a little baby, puts me in a weak position, Him in a strong position. I'm the needy one, He's the rich one. I'm the foolish one, He's the wise one. I'm the hungry one, He's got the bread. I'm the thirsty one, He's got the water. Faith is empty, and He's full. That's why He did it this way. It's the best news in all the world, that we only have to be empty to be saved. Just have to admit it and then go, fall down, just fall down. Can anybody fall down? Who cannot fall down? Who cannot be weak? Who cannot be empty? It is not hard to be saved. God came into history in Jesus Christ. He died in order to destroy the power of hell and death and Satan and sin. And He did it through the gospel of Jesus Christ. As a deer pants for the flowing streams, so my soul pants for you. And here's the closing point. He's not pleading for relief from his circumstances. I mean, in the middle of the night, singing his prayer, maybe turned up in Psalm 42, waves breaking over his life, feeling discouraged, soul in turmoil, taunting outside, and instead of saying, first, get me out of here, he says, I
I want you so bad. I want you like a deer wants water when he's thirsty. I think that's the point of the Psalms. You say, what's the one outcome God intends from the book of Psalms? It's human hearts weaned off of security, weaned off of money, weaned off of comfort, weaned off of fame, weaned off of ministry, and addicted to God. We just want you. As a deer pants for the flowing stream, so my soul longs for you. Not first deliverance from my enemies, not first deliverance from my depression or my turmoil or these waves. If I have to stay underwater to know you, I'm underwater.